Hi everybody, Mrs. Rocha here, and Stormy. She wanted to join us today for this read aloud, okay? So today we're reading about Ron. He is another student at Wayside School. What do you infer about Ron? Take a good look at that picture. What's going on and what can you infer about Ron? If I said I can infer that Ron has shorts on, would that be correct? No, because that's something that you can see. So when you're making an inference, you base it on what you see is going on, your prior knowledge, what you see, what do you think is happening in this picture. So Ron had curly hair and little feet. I want to play kickball, he said. You can't play, said Terrence. Get out of here, said Dee Dee. Scram, said Jason. I want to play kickball, said Ron. Well, you're not playing, said Terrence. Beat it. Ron stomped across the playground to the hopscotch area. Jenny was playing hopscotch with Lewis. Jenny was on 9. Lewis was still on 4, but it was his turn. I want to play kickball, Ron said. So go play kickball, said Lewis. Terrence won't let me play, said Ron. Lewis walked with Ron to the kickball field. Hey, what about our hopscotch game? Jenny asked. You won, said Lewis. I just beat Lewis in hopscotch, Jenny announced. Leslie, Rondi, and Allison flocked around her. Hey, Lewis, Damien shouted. Do you want to play kickball? All right, said Lewis. Ron and I will both play. No, said Terrence. Ron isn't playing. Anyone who wants to play can play, said Lewis. No, he can't, said Terrence. It's my ball. It isn't your ball, said Lewis. You gave it to me, said Terrence. I gave it to you to share, said Lewis. If you can't share, you can't have it. Oh, all right, said Terrence, but I get to pitch. Ron and I will stand everybody, Lewis announced. All right, said Jason. We'll kill them. We'll murder them, said Dee Dee. We'll smash them, said Myron. We'll see, said Lewis. Ron pitched and Lewis played the other 8 positions. 20 minutes later, they finally got 3 outs. The score was 21-0. Ron was up first. Infield in, shouted Damien. Everybody stood within 10 feet of home plate. All right, Ron, Lewis shouted. Kick it over their heads. Ron kicked the ball only 3.5 feet. Todd picked it up and threw him out. Lewis was up. Everybody run back to the edge of the outfield. Still, Lewis kicked the ball over their heads for a home run. Everybody ran all the way back in again. For Ron's up. He kicked the ball only 2 feet. Dee Dee tagged him out. Lewis kicked another home run. Ron then kicked the ball a foot and tripped over it on his way to first base. 3 outs. Ron and Lewis held the other team to only 5 runs the next inning. That was because the bell rang. Lunch was finally over. Lewis and Ron lost 26-2. Ron had had a wonderful time. The next day, Ron said, I want to play kickball. You can't play, said Terrence. Get out of here, said Jason. Scram, said Dee Dee. I want to play kickball, Ron told Lewis. Lewis walked with him to the kickball field. Ron and I will stand all of you. Everybody liked the teams. Ron pitched while Lewis played the other 8 positions. They lost 57-2. After the game, Lewis took Ron inside. Listen, Ron, he said, why do you always want to play kickball? You can't kick. You can't field. You can't even run to first base. You just get smashed every game. Hey, now wait a second, said Ron. Don't go blaming it all on me. You're half the team, too, you know. And with that, he punched Lewis in the stomach. And he punched a heck of a lot harder than he kicked. The end. Okay, so what are your thoughts? Is Ron somebody that you would like as a friend? Um, I'm thinking not really, because that was really rude of him. Lewis was the only one that would play kickball with him, and look at the way he treated him. Now, Lewis would be a good friend to have. He knew that Ron wasn't good at kickball, but he still tried and tried again to play the game with him. And then Lewis was just asking him a question at the end. I don't think that was very cool of Ron to get so upset that he punched him in the stomach. So, well, let me know in the comments if you'd rather have Ron as your friend or Lewis. Have a great rest of the day. We will see you soon. Bye.